Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a step-by-step of this pretty and pink beginner-friendly makeup look. So let's get started. You want to begin with moisturizing your face. Today I am going to use the Pond's Dry Skin Cream. It's an oldie but goodie. I've been watching my mom use this forever. Next, we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in Orange. This helps to balance out any uneven skin tone. So if you have some darker hyperpigmentation spots, this is going to help balance that out to give you a nice even foundation for your foundation. Now I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. I'm just going to go in and kind of cover up those dark spots a little more by concealing. For my base today, I am using the Danessa Myricks Yummy Serum Skin Tint. I absolutely love this skin tint because it's lightweight, it's easily blendable, and it has skincare properties in it, so it's actually pretty good for your skin. I like to start off by just tapping it into the skin, and once I get that done, I go in and I kind of swirl it into the skin. This you can do that with this serum skin tint because it just gives a nice natural glowy finish. It gives such a skin-like finish. I love this skin tint so much. Now I'm going to go back in with that Juvia's Place concealer, and I am going to highlight the areas of my face that I want to stand out. So I'm going to go underneath my eyes. I'm going to go in the middle of my forehead. I'm going to go ahead and sculpt out my brows. Typically I skip this step because I don't really do sculpted brows anymore. But today I said, let's do some sculpted brows. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to go down the center of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. I'm going in with this House Labs concealer brush. This concealer brush is so good. Typically, I'll use a beauty blender or something to kind of blend out the edges after I use a brush, but this one is so good that I don't have to go in and do that anymore. So a fun tip that I'll tell you guys, or a little trick that I'll tell you guys, is to make sure that you blend out the concealer underneath your eyes last. That is where you want the most coverage, so you want it to sit the longest. So the longer you let the concealer sit underneath your eyes, the more coverage you'll get from that concealer in that area. So what I do to make sure I have less creasing underneath my eyes is I pull my skin taut by just pulling my mouth down and stretching that skin out and going in and tapping that concealer into where the fine lines or where the concealer will settle into those lines. What I'm doing now is just going in with my foundation brush and just going in and blending everything out so that there is a seamless blend. You just want to make sure that there's no harsh lines when you're finished with your base. Now I'm going to go in with the Morphe Hot Shot Blush. It's a liquid blush. I love a liquid blush because what it does is help the powder blush stick and it helps the pigment come out stronger. It looks like a lot when you first put it on, but when you blend it down, it comes to a nice, beautiful flush of color. Now I'm going to go in with my Hourglass concealer, and this concealer is a couple shades lighter than the concealer that I placed prior. Why I'm doing this is because I want these areas to stand out a little bit more than what they were. I want it to look brighter in the center of my face. That's where I want you to draw the attention to. So I am going to make sure that I come back in with a lighter concealer color and blend that out really nicely so that we stand out. When you blend out this concealer after you've put your blush down already, it really helps to kind of blend in with that blush. It helps to kind of neutralize some of that color and just help to fade away any harsh lines that you may have from the blush as well. The other side I'm going to finish off camera, so just repeat these steps on the other side. A little trick I do to have my chins a little bit more chiseled is I'll take the remaining color that's on the concealer brush and I'll chisel out my cheeks just a little bit with that. Next, I'm going to go in with the One Size powder in Ultra Pink. Again, I'm going to go in and tap in the concealer so that there is nothing settling in the lines. Next, after that, I'm going to go in and I am going to press that powder with a powder puff into the skin. I'm going to continue to press until I cannot see a powder finish any longer, until it is nice and set into the makeup. I like the Ultra Pink powder because it just gives a nice, very faint pink finish, pink hue. And I love that it goes along with that pink blush. To set the other side, the other parts of the concealer that I have, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose powder in the color Deep Peach. I don't want that pink hue everywhere else, literally only underneath my eyes. So I'm going to use the Deep Peach in the other areas that I concealed. I'm going to put the hydration back into my skin after I laid all those powders with the Evian facial spray. I'm going to go in with the Patrick Ta blush. This is in the color She's Vibrant. It's a very pretty hot pink. And what I love about it is not only that it's very, very pigmented, but the color looks so good on a multitude of skin tones. So I'm going in with that. Next, I'm going to just go in and add some depth to the skin, bring some color back and some warmth back into the skin with the Fenty Beauty Coconutty bronzer. Like I said, I'm going to go in. This is bronzing my skin, just bringing some color back, giving myself some more dimension around the perimeter of my face. This is not contouring, but this is bronzing. I love this bronzer because it just gives you a beautiful sun-kissed finish. What I'm doing here is just taking the remainder of what I have on that brush. I'm not adding anything extra. I squeeze it with my hands to make it smaller, and I'm going against the shaft of my nose, the sides of my nose, just to bring balance back in so that everything is even. So for the eyes, I'm going to go in with this Bare Minerals eyeshadow stick. It's so easy to use. You literally just swipe it on and blend. That's literally it. This is so old. I had this from back when I worked at Bare Minerals as a makeup artist. And I used to grab this anytime somebody wanted some makeup because of how easy it is. I'm just going to take that. I use that Cocoa Naughty to like put on my brush just to blend out the edges of that eyeshadow into my creases. It's very user-friendly, very beginner-friendly. I absolutely love this. It's old, so I don't even know if they still have it, but they have things like this still out in the market today. Next, I'm going to do my liner with the Sephora liquid liner. This liner is really good because the tip of the brush is not flimsy. And it's not too stiff either. There's still some movement that is allowed, but it also allows you to be able to control it easily. And I love how black it is. It's a very nice, dark, rich black. I know a lot of people are intimidated by a wing liner, but if you slow this video down, you can literally follow it step by step. And not only that, it takes practice. So once you practice it and you get it, you won't lose it. Like once you get it, you got it. Okay, so for my brows, today I'm using the Sephora brow pencil. The mechanical pencil is a spoolie on one end, mechanical pencil on the other. And you want to go in with light strokes when you're doing your brow. I like a more natural brow. So if you like a more natural brow, go in with lighter strokes so that it doesn't look like you just kind of drew your brows on. What I'm doing is going in, just filling in where gaps are. And I'm going in with a very light hand. Use a lighter hand, use less product. You can always build it up to use more product or to add more, but when you start off kind of heavy-handed, it's hard to take back from that. So that is my tip for brows. Follow the hair strokes of your natural brow hairs, and it's really easy. And we already went in with our concealer to kind of sculpt out that brow. So it already has that nice crisp finish. And we're just going in and touching up the color inside of the brow hairs. You want to make sure to brush through the front of your brow for that ombre effect. And you also want to make sure that you brush through your brow just to make sure that everything is seamless and blended. Now for some contouring. I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder. I am going to tap my brush lightly and I am going to take it at the top of my cheekbones and blend it out and up. I know a lot of people say to put it inside of that hollow of the hollow of your cheekbone, but you want to lift your face when you're highlighting and contouring. You want a lifted, snatch look. I find that when you go inside the hollows of your cheekbones, it kind of drags your face down a bit. So from that point on, from the hollows of your cheekbones, go up a little bit, and that's where you should place your contouring. Again, I'm going to go place this color on the sides of the bridge of my nose, and then I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to blend that color out. I'm going to blend it all the way up into my brows just to make sure that everything is connected. Sometimes when you don't do that part, it kind of looks like your nose is disconnected from the rest of your face when you do it on the contour. So just make sure that you blend it out, you blend it up into the brows, and you're blending upward and outward. Next, I'm going in with my House Labs highlighter, and what I'm doing is I'm going to put it at the top of my nose in the center just a little bit, and then I'm going to take it on the tip of my nose. When I put it on the tip of my nose, it gives me like a cute button nose effect. I'm also going to take it on the tops of my cheekbones because where I want the sun to hit these areas and let them stand out. So I want my cheekbones to stand out, my nose. I'm going to take a little bit maybe on my forehead. I'm going to put some underneath the high point of my brows. That'll help that stand out there as well. Next, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Traced Out Lip Liner in the color Riri. I love this pink because it is good for fall. It's not like too bright. It's not really dull. It's just a nice mauvey pink that works well in the fall. And I'm not doing an overlined lip today because I'm not really looking for that over plump look. I'm just going to line where my natural lip line is. Now I'm going in with a Stila liquid lipstick. This is along the lines of that same kind of pink, a little more mauve, but it is a liquid lipstick, and this will help it to last all day long. To add some shine, I'm going to go over it with the Makeup by Mario lip serum lipstick. This is a plumping lipstick, and it feels it's very moisturizing. It's very moisturizing. It feels good, and I love the color. It's Rosewood Glow. Next, to just put the definition back into my lips, I'm going to go in with a brown lip liner from NYX. This is the Line Loud lip liner. It's a brown color, but I can't remember the name of it. But this is just to help give more definition to the lips. Next, we're going to go in with the Giorgio Armani mascara. It's just a regular black mascara. I really like it. It doesn't give you too much volume, too much length, but it works very well. It's not waterproof either, but it's a nice natural mascara. A little touch up with the Makeup by Mario. Y'all, I love this lipstick. I gotta get this in like the bigger size, but it's been out of stock. So hopefully when I go and check it back out, it's there. So yeah, this is it. This is the finished look. Very easy peasy. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comments if you did it. I'll see y'all later.